Good morning, Money Magnet. How are you? You woke up this morning. It's really good to see you. Yeah, you ready for a new week of trading? You are? All right, let's get started. Well, my morning and now I do 2 videos a day, 10 videos a week. After market, I cover SPY, Triple Q, and friends. But in the morning analysis, I cover futures, NASDAQ, gold. I've been covering crude oil lately, but crude oil has just been chopping. I don't have much to say about it until the range breaks. So I'm just covering futures, NASDAQ, and gold today. And I have to say, we're at new all-time highs. If we look to the left of the chart, this was the previous all-time high, around 61.66. We made a new all-time high. We're witnessing history right here. History in the making. It's amazing. And we look at my Fibonacci level, we can see that it just hit that 200% one. Well, very close. Just a few dollars off. It's at 62.59 is the level. Now, if you recall from my last video, I spoke about the 6200 level and I spoke about the 6227 level by other fib levels, and I mentioned to stay bullish as long as above 6200, and if we can clear 6227, definitely more upside would be possible. We can see on today's candle that is the case, and I have to say above 6259 I don't really have much fib levels until 6481. That's the Fibonacci extension level, the macro level on the bigger time frame, bigger trend, overall trend. But on the more smaller, more micro levels, I don't have anything above 62.59 until we get all the way to the macro level. So I'm wondering if bears can step up here. I know Donald Trump been talking about tariffs with Canada. So far, it doesn't look like the market's reacting bearishly. They just continue to push upwards. In situations like this, I can't really trust a pullback unless we get some type of elevator down move, rug pull, a big body red candle to the downside. And as of right now, that's not the case. I mean, there's definitely lots of reasons why we should get a pullback, but you know, as I always say, we can't really, or we shouldn't try to impose our will on the market. Our jobs as sheep style traders is simply just to identify the pivot levels and react to whatever the action gives us. And right now, it's still giving us bullish price action. So what's the plan for today though? Well, the plan for today is to stay bullish, keep it simple as usual, and stay bullish on futures as long as it can stay above 62.27. Staying above 62.27 shows that it's going for the breakout, and if it's going to be a legit one, price needs to stay above it. And as long as above 62.27, my next target is at 62.59. And if that level clears, like I mentioned, I don't really have anything. We're in uncharted territory. We're at new all-time highs, and my next macro level, fib level, is all the way at 64.82 plus. So if bulls happen to clear 62.59, I would have to see where the new buy and sell zones are. I would have to allow the market to develop some type of structure for me to analyze. But otherwise, stay bullish above 62.27. Next target is at 62.59, and if it clears, well, to the sky we go and maybe out of space. Now, if we are to get a pullback, first thing bears need to do is get price below 62.27 to invalidate the breakout or to avoid the breakout. The breakout's not official yet, but to avoid it, they need to get price back below 62.27. For me to truly trust the strength of a sell-off, I need to see 62.01 fail. I need to see 61.84 fail. I need to see 61.66 fail, 61.44 fail, and the low of this doji is all the way down at 61.30. So bears have a lot of work to do, but we take it one level, one setup at a time. So the first thing bears need to do is break down 62.27. If they can do that, that may be the start of a pullback. Watch that volume bar. You want to see lots of volume if the price is selling off. If there's not much volume and the price is trying to go down, but there's not much volume, that's likely just a micro pullback or a regular pullback. So you want to see volume, because the volume tells you that there's a lot of people that's trying to participate on pushing the market down. That's what the bears are going to need. Lots of participants, including the market makers, to push the price down, and it would start with breaking down critical support level. That's how it looks on the chart. When the market makers decide to push price down, it starts by breaking down support level. And I'm giving you guys 62.27, 62.01, and 61.84. We get those pullback, it should be nice. Otherwise, stay bullish above 62.27. Here is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is actually attempting to take out its 200% fib level. As far as my macro level, fib level go, I have the next one at 23,678. So it's a ways away. But if it wants to get there, 22,877 must clear. They're trying to do that right now. And if it does, we're already a new all-time high. So if NASDAQ want to continue to set new records, 2287 must clear, and up and away we go. I don't have nothing until 23,678. If it is pullback time, I need to see 22,737 fail to start. Breaking down that level would start off a false breakout setup because we cleared that level last week. Breaking down 22,737 would put 22,627 in play, 22,549, 22,472, and 22,376. Those would be my targets to the downside if price breaks down. But if it clears 22,877, then up we go like Superman. You know the new Superman movies coming out? Well, that's what the NASDAQ and futures trying to do. They're trying to be like Superman right now. Holy moly. Bears, go get your Lex Luthor. Speaking of Lex Luthor, gold. We have gold. Now, the thing about what gold is doing, it's trying to turn bearish right now. We had a nice pullback last week. Since mid-June, we've been pulling back actually. But I want us to look at the context a little closer. You see, when we're in an uptrend, we have higher highs, right? Higher highs and higher lows. The highs get higher, the lows get higher. But how do we really know that that trend is done or is being destroyed? Well, one thing that I like to do is I look at the pivot lows. You can see here this pivot low right here, right where I circled, and you can see that gold has broken down that pivot low. Do you see it? It's broken down that pivot low and it's back testing. It's trying to bounce and retest that pivot low that served as a buy zone, is retesting it as a sell zone. So we're seeing a bit of a role reversal here. And we also retesting another pivot low, as you can see right here where I'm circled right here. We retesting that pivot low. So if we are to stay bearish, you look at this pivot low, we do not want to see gold reclaim that, recapture that. The levels I got is 32.86 and 33.25. If gold recaptures those levels, they also recapture that pivot low, that previous higher low. To recapture that would be bullish and saves the uptrend. But if bears can keep below it, they can keep this previous buy zone and continue to let it be a sell zone. That will keep it overall bearish. But what is bearish follow through? What will be the sign that we are heading down even lower? When it takes out this low. To take out that low, 32.47 is the level I'm watching. If it breaks down 32.47, we can drop down a lot lower. This little uptrend we had from May to mid-June, done, over. But above 32.86 and above 33.25, I would definitely be bullish again on gold. All right, thank you so much for watching. I know that was a lot of information. I tried my best to explain it as simplified as I can, and I hope you guys got it. I love y'all. Peace.